Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Winback, and on this episode of the Rework Brigade, we're going to be playing Raynor, who's got some talent changes, and that is about it, but some really interesting ones at that. So, let's see what we can come together with. It looks like the old build is still going to be pretty much intact. Exterminator, Ace in the Hole. Well, Ace in the Hole got some pretty big changes, but I don't know if they're necessarily a good changes, but Exterminator just got buffed, so that's always going to be really strong. So Exterminator and then Fight or Flight, still really good, hasn't changed. Fuel the Rush at 7. 10 is going to be whatever you want. 13, let's see, Give Me More, still works, pretty good. 16, Paint 'em Red, still really strong. And then your 20 talents are all very much different, but largely buffed and largely more interesting. So we'll talk about kind of the talents that have changed on the character rather than the build that I think is still pretty easy for him to play. But generally, what you've got now, the big changes at level 1 are going to be, number 1, your lone talent. That's going to be Veteran Marksman. You're going to get 60% bonus damage to Give 'em some Pepper, which is your trait. So that is, it's going to be 185% bonus damage to the main target that you hit on every 4th auto, which is pretty good. And then if you die, you lose 15% of that. The other component is the quest that this was. Instead of 1% increase on the ability's damage, it is now 0.75% to compensate for the 60% that you're going to get normally. So if you die a whole bunch with this character and don't stack it very well, it's basically a useless talent. And still probably pretty tough to pick, if I'm being honest with you. It seems good on paper, but I don't know how good it'll be in practice. Exterminator, though, is not only going to deal extra damage to minions, mercenaries, and monsters, but Inspire is not going to expire on friendly minions and mercenaries. So once you cast your W on a minion wave and it starts pushing, it's going to have that increased attack speed and move speed for 4 seconds, and that's, well, not even 4 seconds, it's permanent, so it doesn't go away, which is nuts, which means you can split push Raynor all day long, which is crazy. And then Ace in the Hole got changed. Enemies hit by Give 'em some Pepper are going to be slowed by 10% for 2.5 seconds, and then Penetrating Round is going to deal 25% more damage to stunned or slowed heroes. So it's a level 1 executioner that they've had to really work with, because at first it was just busted, but now it's kind of in this weird state of, I don't know, is this really good? I think it might be with Jim Raynor's new Q build, but we'll get into that in a second. Your level 4 talents, Fight or Flight, hasn't been changed, still really strong. Sustaining rounds, this may have got numbers changed, but ultimately is the same thing. And then Behemoth Armor got buffed from giving you 5 extra health to 8 extra health. Not sure if that's entirely worth it, but there it is. Your 7 Heavy Slugs is going to increase the slow of your Q by 15% and the duration by 1.5 seconds. So basically, from a 20 and 2 seconds, it goes up to a 35 and 3.5, which is pretty decent, if we're being perfectly honest. 35 isn't something that you can ignore, especially for 3.5 seconds. Fuel the Rush isn't any different. Unstable Compound is different in that it is going to make your Give 'em some Pepper hit more things in a bigger area. It's going to give you mana back, and it's going to reduce the cooldown of your Penetrating Round by 1.5 seconds, which is pretty good because it's only a 9-second cooldown. Also going to go really well with the Q build, so you have some options here at 7 for that. At 10, the alts haven't changed. 13, you have got Line 'em Up, which is new. Reduce the cooldown of Penetrating Round by 3 seconds, and then if you hit 2 or more heroes, it's going to reduce it by an additional 3 seconds. So you could potentially take 6 seconds off a 9-second cooldown and some more with your auto attacks by 1.5 more seconds if you've got Give 'em some Pepper. So it's going to be really good. I'm pretty sure you can see where I'm going with this. 13 with Line 'em Up, and then 16 with Paint 'em Red. This hasn't changed, but the amount of healing that you can get from this talent is fucking insane. Giddy Up, I think got a movement speed buff. Not super sure. I never picked that. Anyway, Give Me More hasn't changed either. Or maybe it has. Maybe that additional attack range is new. Let's see. No, it has not changed. And the Giddy Up movement speed bonus went from 8 to 10. So, you know, whatever, I guess. Not talents I was overly interested in for Raynor to begin with, so not really anything for me to worry about. 16. So Paint 'em Red, obviously, pick this almost 90% of the time anyway, but still really strong, still going to be doing lots and lots of healing for you. Rallying Cry, increase the attack speed bonus of Inspire by 20%. So that's going to give you 30%. No. 50% attack speed, and then still 10% move speed bonus. But if you're using that on minions with a split push Raynor, that's going to be a lot. They're going to be hitting a lot and very often. But the other cool thing about it is that after every 12 basic attacks, you get a W for free. So you just cast it. I have to check this out, actually. So let me... I'm just going to pick a bunch of shit.
Choose a talent.
And then we're going to take Rallying Cry and see how this works. Because I have to... I want to know if it just casts after 12, or if it just gives you a base one.
Your foes will rue this day.
So...
My condolences.
I think it just does it. Right? So we've got it on cooldown right now. It's still going. There, yes. So just as soon as you hit the 12 stacks, it's going to start ripping again. Just gonna go. That's pretty good. Again, I think it's more for like a split push Raynor than it is for a an actual team fight oriented build, but
for you.
Yeah, right between the eyes.
Let's see. Wasn't there a talent that helped you? Maybe this was it. Maybe this was the talent that let you give the bonus to friendly heroes. But since that's gone, you know, whatever. I don't know if this is any good.
Choose a talent.
Yeah, let's just reset those.
Choose a talent.
Still cool in theory. Not sure if it's going to be cool in practice. And then I don't think Bounty Hunter changed at all. Did it? That seems new. I don't know if that's new or not. No, it isn't. I've just never picked Bounty Hunter before, so it doesn't register in my brain that this has ever happened. And then 20, your ultimates got changed in the way that Give 'em Some Pepper is going to lower the cooldown of Hyperion by 5 seconds, and then enemies that you hit with your trait, Give 'em Some Pepper, are going to have the Hyperion do 100% bonus damage to them. So, at level 20, let's see, 145 damage a second, so that's going to be doing right around 300 damage at level 20 as long as you're hitting people with your trait, which is crazy. And the fact that you can have this up very, very often. Oh my god. No, if the primary target is a hero. Okay, so you do have to hit heroes with your trait to get the cooldown reduction, but still, I mean, with some of the Raynors that I've seen, it's really easy for them to fucking just auto-attack people like mad. So, it's on what? 100-second cooldown? Realistically, you'll probably get anywhere from 15 to 25 seconds off of the cooldown, which is, you know, you're not going to cast 2 in a single team fight, but probably decent for pushing or poking or something to that effect. Duskwing, increase the health and leech range of Raynor's Raider by 100%, and its basic attacks are going to lower the enemy hero's armor by 2, stacking up to 25, which is nuts if you can use this thing in tandem with your own movements. I mean, that's crazy. That's a lot of armor removed. So, yeah, get good at micro if you like the Banshee. Raider's Roll is going to give you Unstoppable and continued healing on your E, your Adrenaline Rush, and then 2 additional seconds, so it's 3 full seconds of healing, but that extra duration is going to end once you hit 70%. So if you're at like 20% health and you hit the button and then your health shoots up, Once you hit 70%, that additional 2-second window of healing is no longer going to affect you, which is fine. I mean, 70% health is pretty respectable as far as anybody's concerned, and you're unstoppable for that time, so pretty crazy. I wonder if that's the entire duration or just as long as the effect is rolling. You can probably test that. Sergeant Pepper, give him some pepper, now activates every 3 basic attacks instead of 4, which is really good if you're, you know, doing any sort of building around that ability, even though it's kind of good on its own. It deals a lot of damage. And then Execute Order is probably the most fun talent to come out of this rework. Reduce Raynor's death timer by 30 seconds. Upon death, the Hyperion casts towards the closest enemy hero. So our 60-second death timer at the end of the game is going to drop to 30, and then when we die, we just fling Hyperions. I love it. So let's go in here. We're going to try out a Q-esque build, but we'll take Fight or Flight still. Unstable Compound, we'll take a Hyperion. We will pick up, line them up for sure, paint them red. And then I want to see Raiders roll number 1. So let's go poke at Arthas a bit. Oh, he's already dead. Okay, so that's happening. The cooldown right now on our penetrating round is 3 seconds because we only hit 1 dude. And we dropped it down to 3 seconds from 9 seconds, and then we got give him some pepper in there. So we're basically looking at like a 1 to 2 second cooldown on this bitch. I missed because he's targeting minions somehow? Ooh, it was quite a bit. No, I think it was only a single second. Let's toggle that cooldown. Oh, now you want to hit me instead of the minions, huh? Thank you. Fucker. No, that's only 1 second. Which is still good. I mean, 1 second worth of unstoppable. Get that toggle cooldown out of here so we can get some idea of how this is working.
A killing blow.
Oh, I really should be using a different hero. I don't want anybody who's affecting my attack speed. So we'll pick Asmo again. He's nice and thick. And he's not going to affect my ability to do anything. No more punching bag Arthas. Now we're looking for punching bag Asmo. Look at all that health you're just getting back for 1 person hit with you. Well, you got it back again. Let's see, actually.
You gotta be faster than that.
Let's get some Vikings in here. That might be easier. What are they, L? Yeah, there they are. Try and hit all 3 of them at once. See if we can see how the cooldown reduction is working. There they are. Oh my god, that's a full health bar for hitting 3 people, and it's back already. And I missed, so it's not as good. Holy shit.
Your foes will double kill.
Damn.
Triple kill.
That is good. That is so good. I only hit 1 person. The hitbox on the Q is still pretty thin, so I mean, still gotta aim it pretty decently, but Raynor players will know. You can hit that shit pretty easy. I'm not any good at this character, even though he's really simple, but I don't practice him, so that's cool. Let's go die and see. Let's reset them talents.
Choose a talent.
Teleported. Do that one. Fight or Flight, Heavy Slugs, Hyperion, line them up, paint them red, and Execute Orders. Here we go. Kill me. Get me.
Your killing
there it is.
Has ended.
Let's make it count.
This is essentially a way for you to cast 2 Hyperions at the same time.
Strike. Double kill.
Yeah, right between the eyes.
Enemy slain.
Now we'll just walk over here. Kill me, tower, please. There's another one. Wow. Neat. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, especially if people are camping under tower and you just fucking dive them. Man, that's nuts. And you only got a 30-second death timer. That seems really cool, actually. Let's see. We'll try this one more time with the
Choose a talent.
Hyperion
Choose a
upgrade. Line
Choose
them
a
up in
talent.
red.
Choose a talent.
And then cavalry's arrived. So this is basically going to let the Hyperion do extra damage.
Double kill.
And it's Vikings, so it's kind of hard to tell. Let's select an enemy hero. We'll go back to Asmo. See if we can see the damage difference. Toggle cooldowns. Get that back. There he is. We'll do one of these. Oh, yep. 289.
You've impressed me, hero.
Huh. That seems pretty good.
Condolences.
That seems pretty good. Raynor's got some weird auto attack stuff. If you're not used to the attack speed on his base and not used to how much the Inspire puts you up in terms of attack speed, it's going to be kind of wonky. But the more you play this character, the more easy he gets, because he's really easy to begin with, and you just got to get the timing down for the stutter stepping to make it really work. So that's it for this character, though. I don't really feel like going super hard into the Banshee. I mean, we all know how good it is, and yeah, I don't think that requires any further explanation. So anyway, that is it for Raynor, and then I'll finish off with Anduin. Sure, you're watching these in whatever order you want to anyway, but I will see you next time.